Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. I'll say thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning to Jan coming in from your nest. Good morning, John from Santa Fe. Nice to see you here today. Lane, I'm sure you're over up in Rome today. Good morning, Susan. Let's see here. Good morning, Shauna. Wonderful to see you here also. Yeah, good to see everybody here on this wonderful Monday. Looks like Pepper has set up the wake up call today, and she put up a question of the day, which is, what are you looking forward to this week? Yeah, John L says that he got a 3D printer, and yeah, gonna go down the rabbit hole of YouTube videos. That sounds like a really fun thing to do, John. I hope that you enjoy that.
Free STL files.
Pepper says free STL files. This is the
That's
thing.
how you find the good stuff for 3D printing.
There you go. That's how you find all the good stuff for 3D printing, is what she says. I know that she actually had a 3D printer in the past.
And Blender, it's amazing.
And Blender, she says, and Blender. But anyways, yeah. So good morning to everybody. Yeah, happy Monday to you. It's the beginning of the week. I'm looking forward to a wonderful, productive week. I've got quite a few amazing things happening in my life, business wise, and just looking forward to that. Looking forward to continuing to watch Persephone grow up and get bigger. And she it seems like every day she's doing something new. Like cooing and talking, and she was like downright babbling the other day, just making sounds, and they were happy sounds. I sure do like happy baby sounds. So looking forward to that. Just continuing to look forward to being a dad. I think that's the coolest thing ever. Anyways, so we're here to say some good stuff about us. We're going to do what we do every morning, 9 a.m. and Monday through Friday. I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck, ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do, we are building into our own lives, and we are switching up our own understanding. So let's have some fun. Let's pull a card and say that today I am ambitious. I am ambitious. My vision inspires courageous growth. So I am ambitious. My vision inspires courageous growth. Are you ambitious? You are ambitious. Your vision inspires courageous growth. I'll write that down in the comments. Encourage you guys to do the same thing. All right. I am ambitious. My vision inspires courageous growth. And boy, let me tell you, when a vision is big enough, it really ought to scare us. I've heard it over and over and again every single time I go to talk to anybody who's into self development. The one of the most common things I hear is that if your vision doesn't scare you, if your dream doesn't scare you, dream bigger. And it makes a lot of sense, because in order for us to achieve big dreams, we have to grow into different people. If I could achieve the thing that I'd like to that I believe that I could achieve right now, if I could do that today, I'd already done it. But in the end, the joy of life is in the growth of life, and it's in growing toward new and exciting things. It's not in staying stagnant. It's not in going backwards. It's in moving forward and becoming a bigger, better, more bolder person. It's in accomplishing things I never thought that I could accomplish. It's in breaking out of my mental molds and becoming just more than I was yesterday. And so I am ambitious, and my vision does inspire courageous growth. And the fact is that that I am building today on the foundation that I laid yesterday. And so are we all. We're all doing the same thing. Every one of us woke up yesterday morning and lived an entire day and learned stuff and grew and changed and developed and had important conversations and made key decisions. And as long as we're doing this in service of a larger vision, then we know that we're growing in the right direction. Imagine if a plant didn't know that its job was to grow toward the sun, and it was growing, but it was just growing in all different directions. It was growing sideways, and it was growing up, and it was growing down, and how effective would that plant be? But if you've ever seen a plant, if you've ever done gardening, you know that the plants always they always tend toward the sun, and even if you were to rotate a plant away from the sun, it would just kind of change its own course to get as much of that sun as possible. The fact is that we need to have vision in order to live effective lives. We need to have ideas as to what direction that we're going. And the world doesn't really train us to do this. The world doesn't train us to have ideas. The world doesn't train us to have vision. It trains us to follow other people's ideas and other people's vision. It trains us that there are experts in this world and we should trust these experts. Well, experts are all well and good, and experts have their place. However, each and every one of us ultimately has to decide what direction that we are going in order so that we can be fulfilled. We have to have we have to put together the building blocks in our own lives so that we can have a correctly designed lifestyle. And so as we go through our day, let's consider carefully what it is that we're moving toward and how the actions that we are partaking of today are getting us in that direction. Because if we are if we don't have a vision, then we end up just kind of like growing in random places. And the trouble with a tree that's grown in random places is that eventually the gardener has to come by and prune that tree because some of the branches make sense and some of the branches don't. And if you've ever seen what happens when a gardener prunes a tree, when we cut off all the branches that don't seem to make any sense, or all the leaves and all the suckers that are taking energy but not producing anything for the tree itself will explode in growth. Yes, Pepper.
So a tree will survive growing in any which direction without being pruned, but it won't truly thrive until it is cared for and you choose a direction to go with it.
There you go, coming from the gardener. So so in the same way that we have to prune a tree in order to make it thrive, we have to prune our lives also by removing the things that are taking us in the direction we don't want to go. And the thing about that is that the parts of our lives that oftentimes that we need to prune are parts of our lives that at one point in our life worked really well for us. The reason that the tree grew the branch where it did was because there was at one point there was at one point some sun there. There was at one point some nutrients there. There was something that the tree needed. Of course, as the tree grew in other directions, some of the branches at the bottom became less useful, and so therefore the tree is putting effort and energy into these branches, even if they're not actually serving the tree anymore. And that's why the gardener has to come and with some discernment recognize that hey, this is the way that the tree needs to grow, and then do that pruning. So the fact is that part of having a vision in our lives also means knowing what to say yes to and knowing what to say no to. And when we uh, when we recognize this, when we know the direction that we're going, it becomes more obvious that we can tell what to say yes to and what to say no to. And then as we do that, it allows us to go further because now we're putting all of our energy in one direction. And so, this is at the heart of ambition. The heart of ambition is that the projects that we're doing are so big that they have to be pursued almost exclusively, almost with a religious fervor, in order for us to accomplish them, in order for us to make them as big as we would like them to be. So our vision inspires courageous growth. Not just in ourselves, though. Our vision also inspires courageous growth in the people around us. Haven't you ever been around somebody who was really at the top of their game and been inspired by that and said to yourself, you know what, I think I'm going to go and I'm going to go be better at something myself. This person has shown me what's possible. It happens to me all the time. I see my friends doing cool stuff, and I think to myself, well, if they can do cool stuff, I can do cool stuff too. And I don't necessarily want to do the same cool stuff that they're doing, but I do want to do the same cool stuff. I do want to do the cool stuff that lights me up. And so I am ambitious today. You are as well. And so let's go to the world and cast out our vision. Let's help other people to understand where it is that we are moving toward. And if they can help us out, great. And if we can help them out with their vision, great. In the end, though, all of us are going to have to grow past fear in order for us to really, truly live the lives of our dreams. All right. So I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. It is wonderful to see the folks here on Facebook, as well as the folks who are watching me on Twitch and YouTube. Nice to see you guys here today. Drop a follow and a comment over there, and then I'll be happy to chat with you live on stream. So, good morning once again to Jan and John L, to Lane and Susan, to Shauna. Good to see you guys here. Thank you so much for being on the call today. As always, a pleasure to see everybody. I'll talk to you all tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll come back with another one of these. But until then, this is your up to the moment reminder. I love you, care about you, appreciate you, think you're amazing, and we'll talk to you tomorrow at 9. Until then, aloha from paradise.